It's okay. I'm still trying to adjust things to my new computer. So, gosh, I am so relieved and grateful this morning. I have been making videos about my struggles post competition and competition season, which is I don't know why this keeps changing colors. Um, Competition season, which is important because before, throughout the year of this year, I've had competitions on the schedule and paid for to hit um, with keeping on track with my um, physique and food plan and stuff like that. So now I decided, to give myself a break, and then my next competitions won't be until next season, which will be spring of 2025. I hope this screen isn't going to keep changing color. So that adds a whole different dimension to staying on track, and off season or improvement season, they call it now, which I like that. I used to think that was really weird sounding, but now I am seeing the benefits of that term, improvement season, because I can think about the improvements I want to make, and I can visualize that, and I can work on that in the gym and at home. Um, I can think of improvements I want to make for next competition season. I want to build muscle, and I want to build my figure physique back. 7 years ago when I competed last, I won first place in my age group of figure. I think it was 55 plus. So my physique was on point, and my muscle was on point, and my skin was on point. Now I'm 61 now, and it's a different story. Number one, it was 7 years since I did bodybuilding training. There was COVID in between. Let me turn this lights on setting. I don't know if that'll help. Uh, but there was COVID in between. My gym closed down in 2020. I didn't go back to the gym until like 2023, which isn't that long ago. And then I didn't even start bodybuilding training again until this May, I think, of 2024. So in between, I have run. I've done CrossFit once a week. I went to the gym once a week starting 2023, but not my old bodybuilding workouts. So I have time to grow muscle again. So, but anyway, my age is a lot different. Menopause happened in between 7 years ago and now. And a lot happened in between, but menopause happened. So my skin tone has really changed since menopause. Really, since menopause. Menopause really changes the estrogen levels, change skin tautness, and I think fat deposits under the skin. So in one way, I'm super happy about it because I can get super lean, which I never was able to get before menopause. However, my skin was really taut back then in 2017, and now it's a really lot looser. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Like, it's okay with me. I'm okay with that. Problem is, I don't know if the judges are okay with that. They haven't caught up to the mentality that as we age, things change, and oh well, look beyond that, judges, and look for the muscle tone. I think, I don't know, I haven't talked to the judges yet. So I want to talk to some judges. That will be on my list of things to do. Talking to the judges about things like, what do they see? Can they look beyond things like that? Maybe judges that have seen me on stage this year. So that'll be interesting, kind of. Maybe depressing. But anyway, very distracted. I still got that competition prep brain. Like, I still am finding it very difficult to focus, very easily distracted. So sorry about that in my videos. So, improvement season. So I want to make improvements to my physique. I want to build muscle. I want to build my figure frame. I do think people have said skin can tighten up. I didn't believe them, but I think that is somewhat true. I think I have developed some tightening of my loose skin in some areas. So I'll just keep visualizing more skin tightening up in whatever way it can. I'm not going to have surgery or anything. So, yeah, my goal is to keep improving my physique, keep improving my muscle, build some muscle back on. Because also, not only was I not bodybuilding training for 7 years, I lost that muscle that I had put on back then. And also dieting makes you lose muscle. So I'm going to build muscle back on. So who knows? Maybe next spring I'll have an improved physique. I think so. Plus, I want to keep improving in my running, and I'm running races. I got races signed up. I'm really excited about that because my running has improved so much since I've lost weight. It's really a big help with racing and running. And I stick with my running coach, so I'm still on a training plan with her, and that has been awesome. So my goal is to keep consistent in my gym workouts, keep consistent in my running, continue my racing, and start signing up for competitions for next year and making plans for that. So that is my improvement season, plus stay on my food plan. So I am so grateful that I finally figured out to get rid of all my hoard in my cupboard here and freezer of cheap treat trigger foods. It is the way for me personally to go. Personally, that's me. I am so grateful. I live alone, so I am responsible for what is in my cupboards, and I have the power to change anything I feel I want to change or that I feel needs changing for myself. So I am so grateful for that as well. So getting that food out of the house and being willing to get that food out of the house has made a huge difference in my mindset. So I went back on my food plan and felt so relieved. I got to get rid of physical tension I've been holding about this overeating and binging stress, because I've been holding so much tension that I have sore muscles, and I got some vertigo going on this morning from sore muscles. So I scheduled a massage for today. I am so stiff in my neck right here and my muscle right here. And like I said, some vertigo. So I scheduled that for myself for today, this afternoon. So that's one other way I've been taking care of myself more is massages. I found a massage therapist that I really like. When I started getting edema, my chiropractor, who I've been seeing a chiropractor since I started competing in 2009, because bodybuilders are really recommended services like that. It's really interesting, the bodybuilding world. Like, we are ahead of other sports in terms of thinking about food, nutrition, um, some training things, and some self-care items like chiropractor, body work. People that are into bodybuilding and are pros are really on top of their game with going to the massage, going to chiropractors, going to, people call it needling. I haven't done that. I'm sure there's acupuncture, there's cupping, which has been big in other sports worlds. So I'm really grateful to bodybuilding for introducing me to my chiropractor in 2009. And in my chiropractor's office, they have massage therapists, and I had that medical crisis in August of edema, and I finally scheduled with the massage therapist at my chiropractor's office, and he was so knowledgeable about medical issues because he used to be an EMT. So I really liked him, and I really liked his work. And so now when I feel I'm deserving and in need of a massage, I schedule. So that is really great to add to my toolkit. So I added that today for this afternoon. I'm a chiropractor. I went this week. I could go again today, but I said, why not get a massage? So I'm going to do that. The other thing bodybuilding has given me is a love for cosmetics, from makeup on stage, and girly things like getting my hair done, and this whole manicure and pedicure thing. Like, I never did that ever, ever. Like, mom wasn't into like girly things. She was into like 1950s womenly things, like getting your hair done every couple weeks. She used to take me to the beauty shop when I was little. But she wasn't into the manicure pedicure thing. That wasn't a thing too much back then. So bodybuilding introduced me to manicures and pedicures. So if I wanted to extra nurture myself now, I could go in for a manicure or a pedicure with the massage pedicure. So that's another nurturing thing that's in my toolkit today. Shaving my legs and armpits. Like, I'm not really into that except for bodybuilding competition prep. So if I wanted to, I could give myself a shave, which I don't want to. So, but massage, chiropractor, manicure, pedicure, eating well. Bodybuilding has taught me so much about nutrition, like an unbelievable amount of going through the experience. When I first started bodybuilding in 2009 and getting on a food plan, I had no idea what clean, quote unquote, clean eating was, especially bodybuilding clean eating. No idea. I signed up with an online nutrition and online trainer, same person, Mike Davies from the Fitness Factory in Ohio. He's an online coach and in person, but I'm not in Ohio. And when I signed up, he will give food plans that he emails, and they're really reasonable price. The price is amazing. And highly professional person. Highly, I think, ethical. I think I've had pretty much only ethical experiences with him. So he sent me food plans where he said what to eat throughout the day. And those food plans were for 3 weeks, paid for 3 weeks. And then every 3 weeks, I would pay for another food plan. So I have all the food plans. Plus, he would make trainings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For a whole month. You pay for that, and he'll send a whole month of trainings. He also has an app now, which I am signed up for, $9.99 a month. And on that app is week of trainings and also food plan stuff and question and answers and all kinds of great stuff. So I'm on the app now instead of the email online stuff because I have a whole backlog of years of his trainings and nutrition. So anyway, his food plans gave me my first experience with bodybuilding clean eating because on the food plans were foods for a bodybuilding competition. I'm like, oh, wow, like it blew my mind. I did not know what these foods were or how to make them or how to eat them. I'm vegan now, but at the time I wasn't. And some of the clean bodybuilding foods were things like ground lean turkey, ground lean chicken, ground lean beef, which I never have eaten beef except in my young ages. Fish, tuna fish rinsed. Um, uh, a number of almonds, like 10. 6 asparagus spears. I mean, asparagus, other greens, and other vegetables, but everything was given as a portion in American measurement at the time. Now I go by grams because I was introduced by another coach to macros in grams, which I think is more accurate. Grams are more sensitive on my food scale than ounces. Ounces, there's a lot of play in there between ounces. Grams, I think, are much more quantifiably accurate and sensitive. But he gave ounces, American measurements of food to weigh and measure. I got my first food scale. I weighed and measured portions. He gave me the portions. He gave me the diet plan. So I didn't even know you could come up with your own, like in macros. But I'm so grateful because I was introduced to how to eat like a bodybuilder. I had no idea. So what kinds of foods, when, how often? The answer is every 3 hours. And the protein in every meal and just things I had never known. So I started doing that. It was really weird and awkward and tedious because his plans are very complicated to make as a food prep because he introduces so many protein sources in a week, in a day. So you got to make all these different food meals for the whole day and for the whole week. Very kind of traumatic, but introduced me to what to eat, how much, how often. And then once I started getting the hang of that, like eating things like turkey and egg whites together, ground turkey and egg whites, for breakfast, like, ugh, but I got used to that, eating kind of lunch or dinner foods any time of day. Like I got used to that. So I'm really grateful for that. And how it feels to eat clean. Like it feels so good. It feels so good to eat clean. And it feels so good to eat like a bodybuilder. It's unbelievable. Like it's life changing. And you really don't know until you experience it. Eating clean is an amazing experience. And then you wake up every day ready to train. Like you feel so good. You feel so fortified in a clean way. Like I'm always feeling ready to train. So in this last week and a half, since my last competition, I've been binging. I have felt horrible. Not only do I feel horrible about myself, I feel horrible, like I don't want to train because my body doesn't feel that clean nutrition to be ready to run, be ready to race, be ready to go to the gym, be ready to lift weights. I mean, you feel that way if you eat clean. So now that I'm back on my food plan, I am so relieved in so many ways. And I'm ready for training. I'm ready for running. I'm ready for racing. I'm ready to wake up in the morning. I'm ready to go. And I feel so much better. I'm so relieved. And I'm in a really good mood because I actually went on the scale today. And I was hesitant, very hesitant to get on the scale because the scale is very traumatic for me and not good for my mental health. So I avoided the scale for a couple days until I got back on my food plan, and I, my weight could start stabilizing out some. My body could start stabilizing out some. And I'm so glad I did, because my fear was that I way blew my physique. Um, the scale said I am kind of in a reasonable place with my physique. And I was shocked and surprised and happily shocked. So I'm so happy that I didn't blow out my physique. I'm so relieved. Like, I can relax, stop carrying all this muscle tension, stop carrying all this mental and emotional tension. So starting my winter to spring improvement season tracking with today's scale weight and progress pictures I took this morning in my posing suit. So I'm really happy about that. So what works for me is to get rid of all the trigger foods, get them out of the house, get on my food plan. This is me personally. I do a zillion tons of journaling. I read, try to watch positive podcasts about bodybuilding and athletes and positive mindset. And take care of myself, take care of my house, take care of my life, keep up with paying bills, cleaning, shopping, food prep every day, have things prepped every day, and being on my food plan. So I started back on my food plan, which was an immediate relief. I've had food prepped since before my competition. I had made it a point to have food ready to go when I got home. So I have food prep, which is a lifesaver for me and my problem with binge eating. Food prep, food plan, getting all the trigger foods out of the house. A goal, a vision, a desire, a willingness. Willingness is what 12 steps have taught me. 12-step recovery, willingness, writing, journaling. So my plan is to stay on my food plan. So yesterday I was on my food plan and I started getting super hungry, which is good because I had lost my hunger signals because I was overeating so much. I was binging so much that I was full all the time and I didn't have any room for hunger, but I knew I should eat throughout the day to keep my metabolism going and to keep my sugar from going too low and too high, which it was going really high with my trigger foods. But even though I was full, I wanted to eat my meals every couple hours to keep the sugar more stable as possible. So yesterday I was eating on my food plan since waking up, and I got super hungry. So at one point I was so hungry that I was like, I got to fill in some food here because my food plan is really oops, I got some darkness going. Let's turn up the lights here. I don't know what this is doing to I just know I need some lights. Lights. Let's get some lights. So it got really dark. Where was I? Hungry. I got so hungry. So I was like, well, what can I eat that's not going to trigger me? And I remembered throughout the day that I have fruit in my refrigerator. I have carrots that I bought that I haven't eaten yet. I have vegan yogurt that I had bought. And I have protein powder. I have almond nut butter. I got rid of all my almonds, but I have almond nut butter still. So I ate a pear and it was delicious, but I was still hungry. So I had a big, huge apple. I took out the apple and I started cutting it and eating it, and it was delicious. Still hungry. So I could drink water, herbal tea and wait to see if my hunger would subside. Then I had some almond nut butter. I felt like I needed some added fat. Of course, that's a trigger food for me. So I had 3 scoops, tablespoons of almond nut butter, but I was still hungry. So I have my little vegan yogurt in a container already. And I put that in a bowl with some protein powder and I ate that and it was delicious. And that was it. That was what I needed. So that's what I had when I was super hungry. And I'm really grateful because, and I also added lettuce to different meals, adding salad. So I have a plan that if I'm hungry and I need more nutrition, because I had worked out that day at the gym, that I have foods that I can add into my food plan. And that's my plan. So keep track of that. And I'm really, really grateful today. I'm so grateful to being back on track, getting rid of the trigger foods, getting some sanity back on my meal plan, and having a plan that works for me personally. Hopefully, we'll keep track. The other thing is keeping track with my weight, keeping track with progress pictures. And eventually I will reconnect with my coach too. All right. Well, I wanted to update you on things that work for me so far, self-care in bodybuilding and post-competition and with my binging and getting back on track. Okay. Take care. Bye.